Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, The Ghost of Christmas Future. I'm back to this, of course, because after the bad taste the Bakemono campaign left in my mouth, I wanted to know what it's like to be a winner again. So here I am with my steamrolling army of Roman Ghost Legionnaires, and as you can see from the last time we checked out the strategic situation, I am completely dominating everything. In fact, I've been purposely letting man live in order to research the spell Utterdark, which I wanted to show you. And I just couldn't wait anymore. I mean, I'm at level 8. It's at level 9. I need 7 more turns at least of research, maybe 8 to get it. And I just can't. I'll probably Dominion kill man before that actually happens. Just to let you know, what Utterdark does is it causes, well, the sun to go out, and as a result, anyone who can see in the dark does better, and anyone who can't has a penalty. So if you're a force like Lemuria, or if you're a force like Agartha or Ermor of the Middle Age, you will be able to just destroy everything with very little problem. It also causes income and resources to be reduced by 90%. So if you're like the Bakemono, for example, and you are low on resources and you're fielding small units of poor troops and the enemy is just outproducing you and out-resourcing you, much like they were doing to me in my Shinuyama campaign, this spell will even the playing field. But as you'll see here, Arco is dead. I did not kill them. Arco was the victim of my Dominion, or man's Dominion. Not sure. Probably mine, because just last turn these had black candles and now they're already multiple white candles. So man is taking it pretty hard. And I suppose I could win the game by claiming the thrones, but I wanted to, in this episode, finish out this 5-episode miniseries on Lemuria and try to actually win the traditional way by killing everyone. So let's do that, shall we? Jay Anderson is still with us, as is Rippity Dip. Haven't heard from Jay since, a few Lemuria episodes ago, but I hope he's still watching and enjoying. We're going to storm this castle, and these fellows are going to move down here. This army is rather large. I'm going to have them basically cut man off. Ooh. Was this a free spawn? Or this must have been a lucky event. Yeah, I got a lucky event where this gentleman was added to my forces. That's great. A Mound King, I'll take it. Okay, Mogmol's going to go here. This is an interesting site here. There's a holy site called the Pool of Sanctity, which kills demons and undead. Produces 1 water gem as well. So just by my troops being in this province, they die. So that's why I moved them real quickly over here. And here's Tolmac. Tolmac is still with us. And I wanted to be able to show you some really large battles. And this is certainly one of those. But it's not large enough. I'm going to meet these guys up, and then we're going to see what happens. Right now, though, Ghost Batman and his team, along with Alator, our prophet, are going to take out this province here. I'm just letting troops build up everywhere because I don't think I'm going to need them. I mean, as you can see from the free spawn, I have tribunes everywhere. And I had this guy, Oberek the Shadow Seer. Interesting fellow. He came as the result of an event. Again, having a luck dominion is fantastic. I don't know if the combination of luck and magic is the reason why I'm getting so many free gems. Or if maybe if I just had luck but no particular magic scale, if that would still get all these free gems, but it's definitely helping me out. He's a level 3 ethereal sneaky astromage, a Shadow Seer, and he just came to me, like I said, as a random lucky event. Build a lab, why not? So okay, I'm storming this castle. These guys are moving down. Okay, that's good. This is going to be quick turns. I'm not really going to focus on much. I'm just going to focus on the immediate battles at hand. Petrove. Okay, this is man's last island province. And this, again, is not my biggest army of ghosts. It is actually one of the smaller ones. But they do have some priests. So we'll see what happens. Kushis. Okay, so they're like Celtic wolves. They're Feyhounds. That's really cool. Dark green. They once roamed the plains and woodlands, but with the coming of man, they have retreated into the land of ever young. They are blessed. I mean, sorry, they're sacred. They're also blessed, but the blessing isn't anything to write home about. So I just have walls and walls of spectral legionnaires. I've noticed in the battle reports that I have special units like spectral praetorians. I haven't been able to actually find one to look at. Maybe I'll try again. They all look so similar to me, you know? Just this unending wave of soldiers. Okay, here come the banishments. Too little too late though, folks. Too little too late. And the priests know that. They're running. They have nowhere to go, however, so they're all going to die. Gosh, it feels much better to be on the giving end of that than the receiving end, huh? Velkia. Okay, here's my army to the north, cutting them off. This one's not quite as nicely organized. It's kind of just a big blob of ghosts. Against a line of wet ones. These are Garthan special troops, but it looks like in this case they're neutral, and they are amphibious. And also, they kind of have a rep as being poor. Probably because they have very low defense and middling protection. I don't suppose they're going to be much trouble for my army of shadows and spectral legionnaires. And let's always not forget our regular ghosts, who are better actually than my legionnaires in my opinion, because they cause fear. I love these ladies. Are you a lady? Are you a man? I can't really tell. It could be a guy wearing a robe, could be a lady. Thought it was a lady, but I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. You just... Oh, no, wait. No. It definitely has boobs. It's a lady. Alright. It's a lady. And I bet you maybe only about a quarter of you are old enough to even know what that was a reference to. Okay, and we took control of this fortress. Burden of Time, of course, is still up. Now, if you were in a multiplayer game, somebody would try to dispel that by now, because it's just killing everything. More gold. Yeah, so your undead and demonic troops in Novi are being struck by holy fire. That's how you know when you're in a province with a holy site that's causing you problems. That's these folks down here. Okay, so man is down to one last castle, and I'm just wasting money at this point because I don't care. I have so much money. Oh, and okay, so they can move from here to here. All right. So these guys are going to move into the battle. These guys are going to split up, with half of them, including Rippity Dip and Jay, going to the south. Let's just take these guys to the south, and these four are going to go take these neutrals along with these two. And the rest, as I said, Rippity, Plague Spit, all these other beautiful names are going to go down here. And that's that. So you could see right now how powerful this nation is, at least in single player. I have not cast one battlefield spell. Not one. Only holy spells from my priests and my prophet. That's it. Not one fireball, nothing. It's just been sheer Zerg Rush, spectral, ethereal troops. That's it. And even my non-battlefield spells have been very limited. I summoned Jay, I cast Burden of Time, I did some site searching, and that's really it. And why are we even watching this? Okay, Dekanka. We lost 27 of 318. Oh, this might be worth watching, because this is a province that Arco lost through a special event, which was a vampire attack. So you can see the vampire has, he's Frederick, the vampire count, who is pretty beastly and no protection, no defense though. So on a stat level, he's very weak, but he regenerates, He's slash resistant, blunt resistant, invulnerable, and what invulnerable basically means is against non-magical weapons he has a protection of 25. So it says 0, but it's really 25. He is, however, susceptible to fire, cold resistant, poison resistant. He is, of course, undead. He doesn't have to eat. He is immortal, which doesn't do much for a neutral, but if he were belonging to me or another nation, if he died in an area of your dominion, he would come back. He flies, he's stealthy, and just like in Lord of the Rings, he cannot pass rivers. That is interesting, even when they're snowed over. So that is a vampire count, and they have their own free spawn, which are, well, no, these are soulless, but they also summon thralls. So just by existing, a vampire count will summon these pitchfork-wielding villagers who are just about as weak as you would expect them to be. And that one's old. Oh boy. So they're already routed, it looks like. Yep. Alright. Old age plagues our troops. 1 units have suffered badly. That must be our Shadow Seer, because as far as I know, he's the only living unit I have. A ton more gems. Honestly, if you ever get a chance, a Luck 3 Dominion is awesome. Okay, here we are. And they took this back. Wow, good for them. Well, we're going to take it right back from them again. And all these guys are going to move here, and then we're going to converge upon them. And that will be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at all these cool sights, by the way. Oleg's alchemical device, 100 gold. Of course, the throne, which I have not claimed. Moon mirror, 1 astral, 1 air. The Academy of High Magics, as we already saw, enables recruitment of wizards. 1 astral, 1 water. The Brook of Glimmering Pearls. So these magic sites are really cool and really fun, and there's a lot of them. Inkpot N is another site that spreads diseases. It appears to me that there are so many sites that spread diseases. Like, every game I get one, usually in a throne. Way too many, in my opinion. Maybe because I always push the sites up so high. But if you didn't, it would just be a bunch of army battles over and over again without too much fun going on. Okay, Voti. The last stand of man. And their god has decided to join the party. I don't know if we've seen him yet, but he's Theodoric, the Lord of the Forest, who used to be much better, but I have killed him multiple times. And they have the high ground, which, if they were Jedi, would mean they'd win. But they are not Jedi. They are... I'm not even sure what they are. Soulless? Mannequins, okay. Yeah. Their sleep effect might work really well against living beings, but not quite as much against Tolmak and his army of massive ownage. Although for variety they do have some giant manti, which is a lot of fun. Finally we find an army that won't rout, that will fight us to the last man just like we do. Actually, that's not true at all. We've run from battles before. These Spectral Legionnaires don't have the same level of courage as their other undead friends. And the reason, of course, is because these guys are sentient. They're conscious, whereas like skeletons and zombies are just constructs. And he's running. Good for you, fella. Alright, Velkia. Actually, this should be pretty easy. Yep, nothing happened there. More gems. Okay, well that's good. As you can see, I mean, look at this. Look at the massive reserves of troops I have just everywhere. And I'm just ignoring them completely. And we finally turn this over to our Dominion. So our Dominion's powerful. Someone asked a while ago, a long time ago in the comments, why I didn't have a stronger Dominion for this nation. And you certainly could, and it'll make it just happen even faster and better. But even with this, once you start building a ton of temples, your Dominion it skyrockets. Oops. So this is a big battle, and it's resolving very slowly. Wow. You would almost think this game was graphically intensive or something. Alright. Praha. This is their home province. And look at this. Look at this gigantic army of undead warriors. Here's a spectral... come on, where are you, buddy? Oh, really? Alright, well, I'm having trouble finding him, but he is a spectral standard. You can see him there with this little flag. What sucks, here he is. What sucks is that unlike a real living standard, he does not improve morale. Not that these guys need it too much, but he does have a fear effect, which is because the skull on top of his standard laughs during the battle, which, I mean, come on, that's pretty awesome. And their priests are doing a number on us. They're doing absolutely everything they can, but it's unfortunately for them too little too late. Tolmac is wisely staying back. And we're casting so many buff spells from our priests on our troops that these guys are just having a hard time. I think we have 2 bishops. Yeah, 2 bishops and 2 regular priests, some magisters, some foresters. Oh, a judge. Okay, interesting. The dawn of man has come to an end. Now, in case any of you are still undecided, we are absolutely the bad guys here. We are an army of ghost warriors that are basically killing everything in the entire world. So when we win this, we're going to leave this world a dead, lifeless husk. And, well, I mean, I gotta say, there aren't that many games out there that allow you to do that kind of thing. So that's one of the things that makes Dominions 4 unique. And it's just, yeah. Make it to the trees! Get to the trees, friends! No, I don't think so. Oh, who are you, sucker? Oh, soulless, yeah. No. Okay. So this is that. This is the fall of man is preordained. Let's get Rippity and team down there first. They deserve to be there for the final battle. Oh, can we move 2? That would be helpful. No, we cannot. Oh, well. Alright, so hurry that up. The entrance has already been breached. Oh, come on. Just last long enough for Rippity to get there. I just want to see this humongous battle. Alright. Alright, good. Next turn. Next turn it will be the end. Or not. Or next turn it will not be the end. Because our Dominion pushed them out. Theodoric, the god of man, has been permanently vanquished. At the end, his Dominion did not touch a single province, and his life force died with his Dominion. That is a shame. That is a shame. And, of course, we read this with Ursula. It generally boils down to, you win, you're God for a really long time, it's super exciting, but eventually you get bored, and you're like, gosh, being God isn't all it's cracked up to be. What else is out there? And you get this nagging thought in the back of your head that there's something more out there, and so you ascend to another plane, and you leave the mortals to take over the world, another empire to rise. But in this case, I cannot imagine how another empire can rise, since every living thing in this entire world is dead. I mean, look, it's all covered in my guys. But since we deserve to see a gigantic army of undead, I'm just going to attack the neutrals with all these guys. Just because I can. Oh, are you kidding me? Really, game? You're going to do this to me? Yes, I get it. We're quite powerful. Okay, sorry about that, folks. The game just kind of shut down automatically when I won. But I wasn't done yet. So I'm going to try to splice these 2 videos and audio tracks together, and let's see what happens. First of all, before I exit, I do want to show you that the reason I was able to get so much research so fast is that I forged a ton of Skull Mentors for all of my team. Now, a Skull Mentor is an item that allows you to research at 18 points higher than you normally would. It costs 2 Death Gems and requires Death Magic level 2. I believe it's a Construction 6 item, so a Greater Magic item. And so I just built them like crazy for everyone, and that's why my research shot up so much. But let's see if I can finally make this work and storm this castle. And it apparently says that I cannot. They will not allow me to proceed, so I just want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate your interest in this little mini nation tutorial on Lemuria. I hope it's opened your mind a little bit to some of the possibilities in this game. You don't always have to play each nation the same. You can, for example, win a game without casting one battlefield spell, just utilizing free spawn, without summoning or recruiting any troops. There's a lot of nations with unique playstyles, and I'll try to get to other ones in the future. But as many of you know who've been following my thread in the Dominions forums and also my comments here, I intend to do 2 more mini nation showcases. One on a blood nation to basically show you how to get started with blood hunting. And unlike Lemuria, I'm not going to win it. It's just going to be straight episodes, I believe concurrent, just getting started with blood hunting and getting that going. And another one I'm going to do on an early Bless Rush strategy. So that also will be very similar. So those will be coming in the soon-to-be future. Not right away, because I need to learn, first of all, how to do them correctly and the best way possible, because there's no point in teaching you how to do something if it's wrong, but soon enough. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.